All right, good morning. Huntington's disease, Todd here. Out again for an early walk. One of the wonderful things about Huntington's disease is that your sleeping patterns change a lot. So it's not uncommon for me to be awake at 3 o'clock, 3:30 in the morning. So now sometimes I'll walk, about the earliest I'll walk is about 5 a.m. Walking in the dark, it has its benefits. It's less traffic, but also it's less heat. So that's a good thing. I have one of the thoughts I had today about Huntington's disease was the fact that I probably repeat myself quite a bit. Now that I'm making a few more videos and I have been reviewing them, I noticed that I do say some of the same terminology over and over again. For that, I have to apologize, but I just really can't do anything about it now because my ability to I used to speak quite a bit, and I would, start with a topic. I would go through the process, and I would end, I would button it up at the end. However, these days, I don't do that as much anymore. Again, with your brain and with the things that happen, you just have to take it as it is. If that annoys you, I'm very sorry. And also, but it is a topic of conversation. So sometimes if your spouse says things to you over and over, just remember again, it's not about you, and also it's not about them. It's about this dang disease. I was thinking about today too. One of the things that's on the list of what happens to you is called apathy, right? So apathy, that's one of the hardest things that I could say that you have to deal with in this disease. Apathy is a thing that makes you procrastinate or put things off. So I've had apathy for quite some time. I sometimes in our lives, we might put things off for a day or two or three. We get in a funk, as you call it. It's hard to recover sometimes, but usually we all recover and we get on with our business and our life, and it's all good. With Huntington's, apathy becomes a natural state of being. It's not something that you can control and say, okay, well, I'm apathetic today and I got the blues and I don't feel good about this, that, or the other. But in all reality, apathy with Huntington's is it just takes away your ability to have concerns about certain things. So not only do I have apathy, but I don't really care that I have apathy, or I can't correct it. There's not something I could do today or tomorrow to make my apathy be any better. And one of the things that happened early on, which is kind of just a short story I'll tell, and I'll make that part of this whole thing. When Wendy and I were growing together in our relationship, I did primarily all the cooking. I love cooking. I worked in restaurants in my first life. And through that process, I love cooking. I cook all the time. It was one of the favorite things that Wendy liked about me. I cook. And I said about her one time when I used to speak, I said, she's the perfect wife. She likes doing the lawn and doing sports more than I do. And I love cooking. So we have a perfect relationship. Well, about 5 years ago, I just could not cook anymore. It's hard to explain. It's hard to even understand, but we did talk to the psychologist at that time when I was going over to USF. And she said, believe it or not, one of the things that happens very early on with someone with Huntington's is your ability to coordinate things starts fading. So, making a side dish, cooking a dinner in the oven, making sure the rice and the vegetable and all those things happen at the same time, it drives me absolutely insane. Currently, Wendy and I will cook together. She does most of the cooking, but every now and then I'll slice the meat at the end of the time, or I will help do one part of the meal or whatever it is. But again, another thing that happens that, Huntington's disease just makes you a little bit apathetic. So I wanted to bring that to the forefront today because some people can get very frustrated when you say, oh, my spouse quit doing this. And my spouse doesn't do that anymore. Or, why does my spouse do this, that, and the other? Well, the reality of it is, again, it's terrible to say it, but this thing takes away just parts of your brain. There's a lot of parts of your brain that it takes away, and I'm going to go into each, different one of those as time permits. Again, I'm making these short videos for now on, but I'm going to say again, it's for May, and it's Huntington's Awareness Month. And I'm Huntington's Disease Todd. I've got a YouTube page, and if you would like it, go on the YouTube and try to subscribe and maybe set yourself up a way to get notifications. My goal is once the May comes around and we start seeing these videos, I'll get some responses and I'll see what people it's on their hearts, and I'll try to make videos and things to that regard. But for now, that's today's video. I'm sorry if I repeat myself, and also forgive those that around you that just can't do all of the things that they once could, and their apathy is not something that's self-invoked. All right, Huntington's Disease Todd. Look at me on YouTube, like and share, and also make some comments. I don't even know how to do that personally myself yet, but we'll figure it out together. And remember, God has a bigger plan for you than you even know.